Hey guys, Mr. Conk. I found another video. China Uncensored. China was caught red-handed arming Iran. So I wanted to share this with you guys. Also, leave in the comments what you guys think of the video. Helps a lot. Okay, let's.
Does not like what the U.S. found on an Iranian ship. A Chinese workers' protest erupts in Russia, and India was buying Iranian oil in Chinese yuan. That
Oh,
more in this week's
Jesus.
China News headlines. Welcome to China Uncensored. I'm Chris Chappell. In our top story today, you. Because boy, have I
Me?
got something for you tomorrow night. Stay tuned to the end for more details. Let's start with a little nostalgia. Remember Volvo, the safe car brand from Sweden? Well,
Volvo's part of. China bought Volvo a while ago. They did it kind of secretly. Nobody really knows this, but I think same with Volkswagen too. Owned by China. I'm not sure when, but it was a while ago when they did that. So. Yeah.
they got a new brand ambassador in China, Hu Xijin, the former editor-in-chief of my favorite Chinese state-run media, the Global Times. This is the same guy who called Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi an evil witch, suggested that the PLA should consider shooting down Nancy Pelosi's plane when she visited Taiwan a few years
When was
ago,
this?
and asked if
When was that? Oh, 2022. Okay. That happened a while ago, so.
U.S. officials are mentally retarded. Though, to be fair, we here in the U.S. wonder that too. But wait, there's more, because just this week, WHO called Japan the Israel of East Asia, believing
What? Yeah, except the only difference is that, well, I don't know. All the countries in that area hate China.
that with America's protection, it can take on the entire neighborhood. Not the entire neighborhood, just China. Other countries in the area are
Yeah.
with Japan on this. For some
Yeah,
strange
that's why I was like, what the fuck? No way. Like Philippines, Australia. Well, I don't know about Australia. Their prime minister is pretty close to China right now, like our prime minister in Canada. So, yeah, interesting.
mysterious reason. This may seem like an odd choice for Volvo's new brand ambassador, but it really shouldn't be surprising, since Volvo Cars has been owned by the Chinese company Geely since 2010. I guess what's really not safe here is European
2010. I was wondering when.
manufacturing.
It was like 15 years ago. I bet most people don't even know about that. That's like they own the ones I know of was like Motorola, Volkswagen, Volvo, a bunch.
Chinese
I
workers
don't
in
know.
Russia's Far East were protesting over unpaid wages. At least 200 employees of Petrohua, a joint Russian-Chinese contractor, took to the streets under police supervision with signs reading, "Putin help us," which is a strange thing to say, given that Putin can't even help his own energy industry against Ukrainian drones. Russian and Chinese officials are in contact about the issue and working on a solution.
Oh, it just goes to show that they've been lying to them, saying that, oh yeah, Russia's got everything under control in Ukraine. Those people, I feel sorry for them. They don't see the actual news or anything.
So far, nobody has been detained or fined, probably because Moscow can't afford to alienate the CCP. And with their faltering economy, can't really afford much else either. Taiwanese President Lai Ching-te has canceled an upcoming trip to Africa, blaming Chinese pressure. Lai was going to Eswatini, one of only 12 countries in the world with formal ties to Taiwan, for the 40th anniversary of the Ascension of the King. But he had a teensy tiny snag when the Seychelles, Mauritius, and Madagascar said his plane wasn't allowed to fly through their airspace. And yes, that is the same Mauritius the UK wants to give the Chagos Islands to.
Oh, Jesus. Fucking just fly through. Who cares? These guys can't do anything. They probably have, like, no air force or nothing. Just fucking ignore them.
The U.S. has its only military base in the Indian Ocean. This gives you an idea of just how CCP-friendly Mauritius is and why that deal needs to die. Luckily, Taiwan is fully aware of the long reach of the CCP, which is why they're shifting their helium imports from Qatar to the U.S. This is not only because of the
Yeah, I don't blame them.
disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz, but also because Qatar is heavily influenced by the CCP. Don't know why I put a picture of Tucker Carlson there. Helium is used for cooling chips, which Taiwan is kind of known for manufacturing, so yeah, it's kind of important. Glad to see everyone is realizing relying on dictators. Kind of important.
Yeah.
Glad to see everyone is realizing relying on dictators and friends of dictators makes investing in meme coins seem like a prudent, responsible decision in comparison. And speaking of the Middle East, which I know everyone's dying literally to hear about, it turns out that India has been selling Iranian oil trades in yuan. Now, you might remember that the Islamic Republic offered free passage through the strait if purchases were made through yuan, which was their version of a fire sale. Do this and they won't set you on fire. And it turns out that a Mumbai-based bank was comfortable with the arrangement when the White House temporarily lifted sanctions on Iranian oil shipments last month. Like many countries in Asia, India has been hit hard by the energy crisis. The thing is, the U.S. is blockading Iranian ports in the Strait of Hormuz. The purchases might have temporarily helped Iran and the Chinese Communist Party, but India isn't planning to purchase more Iranian oil anytime soon. They're looking at this the same way we look at our haircuts in middle school. We thought it was a good idea at the time, but don't ever want to talk about it again.
Oh,
and while
Jesus.
we're on the topic of shipments and Iran,
the mullet, the legendary
an Iranian
mullet
ship, the Tosca, carrying dual-use equipment, meaning things that might be.
I never had a mullet when I was growing up. I had a mushroom cut. I looked like Curly from the Three Stooges. A little one.
For civilian use, but could also just as easily be used by the Iranian military. And this ship frequented China a lot. It also frequented Iran's China-funded Bandar Abbas port, which exploded a year ago thanks to a missile fuel shipment that definitely 100% had nothing to do with China shipping dangerous chemicals used in missiles to Iran. Yeah, this is shadier than underneath a redwood.
Oh, Jesus.
China has denied any connection to the ship, but President Trump had this to say.
We caught a ship yesterday that had some things on it which wasn't very nice. A gift from China, perhaps. I don't know. But I was a little surprised, but because I have a very good relationship, and I thought I had an understanding with President Xi, but that's all right. That's the way war goes, right?
The U.S. president talking about war and China in the same sentence. In light of all this, Admiral Samuel J. Paparo Jr., the commander of U.S. Indo-Pacific Command, has said that victory over Iran is needed to deter a Chinese attack on Taiwan. Finally, someone in the U.S. government is saying what Iran is really about. Although Paparo warned that China has been watching the Middle Eastern war to learn about potential vulnerabilities of the U.S. military, along with fine-tuning its own military. He's also urging the U.S. to speed up weapons production in light of the PLA's own rapid militarization, and the U.S. having used up a ton of its weapons stockpile on operations in Venezuela and the Middle East, along with aid to Ukraine and Israel. And the Admiral is right to worry, since the Chinese Communist Party has warned the Philippines that it might not get emergency energy relief from China if it continues joint military drills with the U.S. near Taiwan. In light of the Strait of Hormuz crisis, the CCP is cutting exports of its own energy to various Asian countries to keep more for itself. But China did grant some small exemptions, and now, unsurprisingly, is looking to use that as leverage against its regional rivals, which is why these countries really need to stop doing business with China. If you want the thrill of a bad investment, just throw some cash into meme coins. And I've got even more for you.
Yeah, they'll just blackmail
You'll have to
you.
wait until tomorrow at 8. We'll be holding a special event live on our website. But maybe it's not for you, because it's exclusively for my 50-cent army, those of you who truly support China Uncensored by helping keep us censorship-free and out of YouTube.
Also, these guys are great. I love their videos so much. you can subscribe to them. That'd be amazing. Also, if you want, join their 50-cent army. Not on YouTube, I don't think. I think it's like on a separate website, but yeah, they're awesome.
Clutches.
Their whole team is awesome.
When you subscribe to China
Really funny too. Like,
Uncensored.tv, you'll become an official member of my 50-cent army. And you'll get access to all sorts of stuff you won't get on YouTube, like exclusive deep dive episodes, merchandise, a community of like-minded China watchers, and special live events like the one we're having for you Saturday night starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, where you can talk directly to me, Shelley, and Matt. So click this button or the link below to pre-register and save yourself a seat. And get your questions ready because we'll be answering them live. I'll see you there. Once again, I'm Chris Chappell. See you soon.
all right, yeah, that's all I wanted to show you guys today. I thought it was kind of interesting, but also feel free to subscribe to my channel if you can. It helps a ton. Also, leave in the comments, drop a like. Leave in the comments what you guys think of the video. I'm always interested in seeing what people say. Other than that, I guess that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video, and thank you so much for watching.